player said he would 2-0 Capoch. No big deal whatsoever. Now he finds himself tied 1-1. He's a loss away from being knocked down to the group stages. He is Gosu user. And his opponent in the top left-hand location. Go for Proxy Gates, it looks like. Your blue Protoss player from Argentina trying to get his advance on into the bracket stage, of course, into the next round of the bracket stage to face. Trying to do it in style here. He is Capoch. Talk to me, Nick.
So this is, of course, a proxy gateway Zealot rush coming out from Capoch. And one thing about this build, if the Zerg doesn't scout it and goes hatchery first, it can sometimes work depending on how good the Zerg is at microing their drones. To go pool first, the Zerg usually doesn't have too much of a problem defending it. The typical technique to defend this, of course, once you see the Zealots coming in, you start a Spine Crawler, you micro the drones, you try to surround the Zealot with the drones. Whichever drone the Zealot attacks, you retreat it so it can keep on mining. Once you get the Spine Crawler up, you of course are building Zerglings. Your first couple Zerglings you can just send straight to the Protoss main base to kill them. The rest you just keep rallying out to hold your defense. And once you kill the Prods back at the Protoss's base, they're not going to be able to make it more Zealots and the game is over. But the tricky part comes in that drone micro.
But you don't want to lose too many drones. If you lose too many, you're gonna straight up die. Now, this is an interesting build. This is something that we saw Naniwa do against Jaedong in DreamHack. I think it was the semifinals, so some people might be familiar with that. Of course, that was a Jaedong who went for that 15 hatch. Jaedong ended up losing that game, and that was the deciding game to push Naniwa on into the finals to face off against Leonok. But Ghost User did go for that pool first. The question is, can he sniff out what's going on?
His Overlord has seen a lack of a Nexus or an early pilot, and of course, that doesn't really give away the build because it could just be a normal gateway expansion opening from Capoch. When the Overlord gets to the main, he's gonna know exactly what's going on, but in fact, the Zealot, first Zealot might actually give that away earlier. Zealot's gonna bypass the hatchery, go straight for the main base. Killing a natural is not what Capoch really wants. He needs to do a lot more damage than that.
There's the Zealot. Ghost User now knows exactly what is happening. It is a proxy 2-gate, and Ghost User knows that. Taking out the probe, building a Spine Crawler immediately in his main base, going to try to micro those weakenlings away from the Zealot. Sees the 2 additional Zealots, trying to take that guy out, but he's down to 4 HP and he stays alive. Ghost User going to have to retreat. 6 more Lings in production. Keep in mind, this is so all in here from Capoch behind this. He is putting down a Cybernetics score, but this is a pretty dangerous situation here for Capoch. Now, it's a little bit interesting. If he can start getting some Stalkers on the field, and he can kind of maneuver away from the Spines, that could be a great move to try to take Ghost User down.
Yeah, I'm very surprised Ghost User didn't send those first 4 Zerglings straight across the map to basically kill all of Capoch's probes, as is.
Gosh, the Queen. Sorry. Go ahead.
He's going to move his Spines. He's going to try to defend his natural, which is not the most common way of defending this build.
Oh.
He could actually lose this.
Oh gosh, the Spine Crawler not going to get targeted down. The Zealots trying to track down the Lings. And what's really to stop the Zealots from marching to the main base? He's going to try to target that Spine Crawler at the natural expansion. The Lings being pulled away, but Capoch turning it as well to engage. The Spine Crawler desperately trying to get rooted into the ground, but so many Zealots here in the natural expansion of Ghost User. Capoch trying to take this game, trying to take this series with this 2-gate aggression. The Spine Crawler does go down, and still 4 Zealots alive in the natural expansion of Ghost User.
I'm just so surprised he didn't send his Zerglings across the map. That's the standard counter to this build. Trying to defend a natural is very tough against the number of Zealots Capoch has, and we can see why. There's just too many Zealots, and everything he throws at him is getting torn to pieces.
Keep in mind the Cyber Core is done. Capoch is mining gas, so he has the ability to make Stalkers. The hatchery getting very low on health. Ghost User does not want that natural expansion to die. He's already invested so much into trying to defend it. One Queen getting very low on health. He's going to get pulled back. Nice micro here from Ghost User, but the Zealots are still alive. Still 6 Zealots here from Capoch. This could be a shocker in the WCS America Challenge League. Capoch up 35-21 in production. 2 additional gateways on the field. Only Queens and Zergling speed just now started, but the Zealot count getting higher and higher. This could be the end of Ghost User in the bracket stage of the Challenger League.
Oh man, he's lost his natural. And Capoch behind us has been taking up to Warp Gate. Normally the Zerg can easily afford to lose a natural if it's early on and the speedings are counterattacking. But without a counterattack, Capoch, he actually has more probes than Ghost User has drones. And he's got all these Zealots. The Ghost User, no Spine in the main. Of course, he moved that down to try to defend a natural. Without the Spine Crawler, you can have a good answer to the Zealot count.
Oh, well, this has to be very frustrating here for Ghost User. He knows he's behind. He knows what's going on. I mean, there's Zealots chilling at that ramp there, which is going to prevent any Lings from getting by. Stalkers are going to start arriving on the field again. No binds here. He's just going to go straight into the main with these Zealots. And Ghost User, he's going to have to be so cost inefficient in dealing with these. This is almost an impossible situation here for Ghost User.
He's trying to get as much of a surround as he can, even using the drones to fight off these Zealots. But even if he holds this off, Capoch has 4 warp gates behind us. His main is walled in. These Zealots, any damage they do is just icing on the cake.
Oh, look at the drone count. It's getting lower and lower, down to 5 Harvesters. Every Ling is gone. Ghost User forced to GG, and Capoch takes the 2-1.